Do you have a foot fetish, or you're secretly a necrophiliac? Well, this video is for you. But, however, there's always a however. If you suffer from osteophobia or necrophobia, then this video, oh no, is not for you. I had to research these words just before I filmed this video. If you don't know what those words stand for, don't worry, you don't need to know. But there's an interesting article I want to read to you guys today about this situation that's happening. It's actually happening around the world, but we're going to talk about America and Canada today, where there's this human feet actually getting washed up on beaches with their shoes still attached to the feet, to the human that once was. A very interesting little article. Let's just talk about that in a second. But of course, my name is Gareth Walton, Tallboy Gareth. We have two different YouTube channels. Channel 1, where we do almost weekly travel films, and Channel 2, where we do daily videos. 2 as the 2, 1 as the 1. It's honestly that simple. Let's get to the article. Very interesting little article, I think. The mystery of why human feet keep washing ashore in the US and Canada have been solved. Now, there's actually a case, which I won't be reading about today, but there's actually a case of this happening, or two, in Australia recently. It was all over the news. So this is something that's happening all around the world, more so than ever. And apparently the mystery has been solved, kind of. You'll understand in a minute why I say kind of, but what do you think might be the reason? Let me know in the comments down below before you actually see the result, maybe. I don't know. It's a weird one, guys. So yeah, why is this happening? That's a beautiful image right there, isn't it? My goodness. I'll change that camera angle. There we go. Okay, well, there's no feet in those shoes, thankfully. These shoes were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna float in the ocean. Never mind, I'm such a weirdo. All right, since August 20, 2007, an alarming number of human feet have washed up on the coasts of the Salish Sea in the US and Canada. Okay, any number of human feet washing up on the shore is a little alarming, but between 2007 and 2019, there have been over 21 feet. Wow, okay, unusually still in their shoes. What is going on? So that have wound up being found by beachgoers completely unattached to their humans. What's going on? So the first two were found within the space of a week by a young girl and a couple enjoying a walk. Wow, that girl's never going to be the same again. PTSD, I predict for her. Unfortunately, hopefully not. Both were right feet, and both were size 12. If there were two left feet, then you could say that those humans couldn't dance right, but these probably could have. Bad joke. Anyway, both feet were decomposing. Terrible, but still had flesh on them. Now, Vancouver Island Regional Coroner Rose Stanton told CBC at the time, it sounds like a marijuana drug, at the time of the discovery, over the next few years, more feet started washing up, including a few pairs, almost always in sneakers. What is the reason for this? The story began to get media attention around the world, with some speculating that there was, some sort of serial killer on the loose, or that the mafia was disposing of bodies in the classic, sleeping with the fishes manner. I'm gonna make you an offer. You can't refuse. Otherwise, if you do, you sleep with the fishes. I don't think he quite said it in that manner, but, bit of mafia classic movies there. It had all the hallmarks of a classic mystery, with the question of why feet would suddenly start showing up in such numbers, or at all. Like, why is this happening? People seem to think they know the answer. It beats me. So, well, sorry to burst your bubble, but this was not the work of some particularly unhinged serial killer who had, particular hate for joggers. The explanation is much simpler, apparently, than that. It was a change in the footwear industry. Nike, I'm looking at you. Adidas, there probably wasn't them for legal reasons. It wasn't them. I don't know who it was actually. We pretty well think we know what happened to every case. Coroner Barb McLintock told the National Post. That's a bit of a big name, isn't it? When more feet washed up in 2016, there's none that have any suggestion of homicide. In every case, there is an alternative, very reasonable explanation. Now, when a body from an accident or suicide is out at sea and sinks to the bottom of the ocean, it is quickly set upon by scavengers, little, swimming things in the ocean that like to eat meat, apparently. Scavengers like crustaceans, and lazy feeders, and will prefer to tackle the softer parts of the body than the tough, grisly bits. On humans, the soft parts include our ankles, which are mainly soft tissue and ligaments. If you chew away at this, and then the foot will detach pretty quickly, apparently. Now, before any major decomposition has actually set in, so the bodies went down whole and the feet were detached by fish. Interesting, grisly information, but grisly. As for why the phenomenon didn't really happen until 2007, although there were, sparse instances of feet washing up previous to this, of course, that's where sneaker design apparently comes in. Interesting. Let's continue. The article's almost finished, but over the last few decades, sneakers have been made of lighter foam, as well as including air pockets in the soles. And so this phenomenon, it really didn't come up until we had running shoes that floated so well, McLintock said. Before that, they just stayed down there at the bottom of the ocean. So very interesting, because running shoe companies have changed the formula of the shoes to make them lighter and more spongy, more bouncy and stuff like that. These shoes of people that have drowned or maybe committed suicide in the ocean or fallen off a cliff or something like that. I'm sure there's murders too, yes. But because of these new shoe designs, there's a lot more feet than usual getting taken to shore. Potentially there's no greater numbers of people dying in the ocean or something like that. It's potentially the same. But like we said, the change of footwear has now caused the feet to eventually fly up and then go to the ocean with the feet still attached. Interesting. Who would have thought that something like this would even happen? The shoe manufacturers would never ever predict that an article would come out like this someday, based on new formulas in their shoe designs. Who could ever predict something like this? Look, guys, we're on 3 different social medias. My dogs have completely sat on them. Where's Instagram, Bella? There's Instagram. Good girl, Bella. At Tallboy Gareth, but of course, once again, 2 different YouTube channels, 1 and 2. I love you guys. Give us a like, subscribe. My name's Gareth. I've been tall, and I'll see you for tomorrow's video. Hopefully not about this again. That's kind of... See you guys. Bye.